South Africa has been ranked last in reading of the 50 participating countries in international comparison studies that measured literacy levels between 2011 and 2016.
Learning to read and reading with comprehension are very important skills. In South Africa, research and students' academic results indicate that something is amiss.
The Lead SA hero for this month is Lindsay van der Bijl. Now, I'll tell you just a little bit of Lindsay's story. He was an alcoholic at the age of 10 because of the social surroundings he grew up in. He was surrounded by crime, a life of drugs and alcohol, and saw no way out. He started walking to libraries far away in order to escape the pressure, and through reading decided to make something of his life.
He's cycling at night, in the cold, in the rain. He's alone. So right now he's made it up to Bloemfontein. He is doing everything for a good cause.
He'll be cycling from Pretoria Square or Pretoria State Union buildings all the way to Cape Town. So it's from state to state, you know, it's those kind of situations. So yeah.
Nelson Mandela continues, of course, to inspire the youth to create positive change in our country. And our next guest definitely has not shied away from that challenge. Now, Lindsay van der Bijl has just finished a very long journey cycling from Pretoria to Cape Town in order to raise awareness for the hashtag Cycle for Change initiative, which aims to provide libraries to all communities in South Africa. The man joins us himself. Lindsay, how's it, brother, man?
Last year, 2017, we got to know, and when I say we, it's John's College, got to hear of what Aubrey did by riding from the Union buildings last year down to Cape Town and in aid of Cycle for Change. He stood up in front of the whole school and explained what he did and how he did and the experience he had. And it was quite amazing to think that himself and Lindsay, his partner, who obviously is joining him on the ride this year, go through what they went through and experience what they've experienced for such a worthy cause. Stuff like sleeping in police stations, eating chips and drinking water, just having a blanket, no security, and on the odd place in their 10 or 12 day trip that they actually had some sort of form of security there. It's an unbelievable thing that both of these guys are actually attempting to do. Firstly, to ride from the Union buildings to Cape Town. Secondly, obviously, for a wonderful cause, collecting books for children from underprivileged areas.
Last year, when these two courageous young men set off, they did so with very little support. They slept the night in police stations. They faced a lot of danger on the way as they went across the broad hinterland of South Africa, across the Karoo, through some of the poorest parts of our country.
Day 2, we had roughly about 160 Ks, 140 to 160 Ks to do from Sasolburg to Kroonstad, with our first stop being Parys.
My legs a bit sore, and I have a pain somewhere here, so I don't know.
Somewhere where?
Right here. On my hip or on my glutes, yeah. But I'll be fine,
Wind started picking up slightly, but it wasn't bad, and we were still very fresh and eager to go.
The setup of the room, inside and outside the environment was nice. Yeah, I wish to go back there again. I wish to go back. Same place again, yeah.
That was like 200-300 meters from where you almost slept in the shower.
Yeah, that was bad. Last year, yeah, at Kroonstad, it was sort of a nightmare.
Falling asleep in the bar.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, we didn't tell people this. Last year at Kronstadt, we kept ourselves warm using the bath. We opened the hot bath, you go inside to stay there to keep warm, and then you go out and Lens goes and do the same to keep warm. It was cold. We didn't have anywhere to sleep.
After breakfast, we knew it was a short ride, so we estimated that it will take us about 3 hours. However, the wind had different plans. And the wind is pushing down. We actually discovered hills that we either didn't know was there or we forgot. Because even when Malwanda was asking about the road, I said it goes, and then it's flat. But it wasn't flat, and the wind was pushing, but we also pushed. So instead of doing 3 hours, we did about 4 hours, which wasn't bad. This year we had a very nice sponsor that had paid for everything in advance, and we knew we were going to be sleeping very warm and comfortable. We just felt the need to actually go back to where we were and just to say thank you.
Last year when myself and Sbu and Bongani got to welcome, because we were a bit low on cash and we knew we still had a long way to go to Cape Town, we ended up here at the police station where we stand, which is the Welcome police station in town. And on that night we met Captain Venter, who was standing next to me, and he was on duty. And we explained to him what our challenge was. And he was very nice to actually hand us over the room that's behind us. So that was our house for the evening, 2-bedroom, has everything inside, flat screen, little bath, fridge, beds and sleeper couch. So we came here again this year just to say thank you.
Ek is bly ek kon help en sterkte vir julle ook vorentoe.
Alright, baie dankie kaptein. Laat ons jou nie hou nie, ons koffers nou oor.
Okay, julle, dankie.
Okay, alright, dankie kaptein.
The morning we then started cycling to Bloemfontein, which was very nice, through Virginia, Tennyson.
I think this is so far, this is my highlight. Again, achieved the top speed of 63.2. So that's 63.2 kilometers per hour.
Lens. Hey. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. The reason why we stopped there last year, wow, they are fat cakes. Yeah, that's the reason why we stopped to go and buy the very same fat cakes.
Tennyson, while the guys went to go buy food, we were met by a cyclist on a road bike, and he introduced himself as Warrant Officer Mokhadi.
I'll see you, ne? Okay, I will follow you. Yeah. Then downhill, uphill, and then downhill to the thing. How do you train for something like this?
Okay, because we work, and so we normally do strength indoor cycling. We do the indoor cycling for strength. For endurance, we do the long rides on a weekend and holidays, like 150 or on the road to 200. Yeah, but mainly indoor and the outdoor, we balance the two, the strength and endurance part.
So what we do is all along the way through the 4 provinces and the various cities and towns, we engage the communities and speak to the people about the importance of education, the importance of reading particularly.
And then a 12K Dana. Sure. I'm just trying to see if we can get 8 a.m. more Mara. Just give it to the then I'll just confirm with you.
So the tour is starting Komarang?
Yeah, I wanted to start Komarang and then Kapisano and then
Anyway, we have gentlemen from the Cycle for Change in the studio with us. They've been cycling from Pretoria and they're now in Bloemfontein. You'll be going to Cape Town. Yes, from here. All right, they are here with us.
Oh, distance you.
I can't do.
I'm so excited. I feel like
from here to location, I can't do that.
Come on, guys. I want to do that. Now I want to do it.
The only cycle I can ride my bicycle, you know, and then the other cycling I can do is like in the gym. But you don't move. You know, it only tells you on the thing, or you've done 5Ks. And by the time it says that, I'm like, woo! So imagine like 1 point. Damn, guys. Really, I'm just like big up to y'all. Wow.
What we were saying yesterday to one of the gents is that the more we feel pain, the better, so that we know that the pain part is over.
Yeah.
It's just now carrying on with that pain. Because the new pain is a challenge. So it's better now when the whole body is sore, you know there's no new pain coming. You just carry on. So pain is not a problem. We did a couple of radio and TV interviews, and then we also visited 2 schools. The first school that we went to was Kagisho High School. Is it high school or secondary? It's high school, where we just spoke to the matric and then just encouraged them.
Don't just wake up and come to school. That's why you're making a noise. That's why you're setting away. Because you don't have the finished plan. You don't know why you're here.
I hope all of you will go back, which is really a new person, a new creature. We're hungry. Be hungry for success.
Tomorrow, you know, now we are getting better. And then from 2 words, 3 weeks. From 3 words, 4 weeks.
It was nice for the principal to allow us to come on a late notice because it was not planned for us to visit. They managed to stop everything just for us to come and talk to the kids.
Day 6 is where we left Bloem for Colesberg, ne? Yeah. Okay. Alright, you'll start next.
It's the same.
It's the same, yeah. Look for those things that are not the same. The first 80 Ks was sharp. Remember when we went to Tromsburg, then we had those nice burgers. And then from Tromsburg, that's where you didn't want to stop because then I went into Springfontein and then you carried on. Then it was the Orange River, where he carried on again and went to some peaks.
I am Zwilled. 120 kilometers of autopilot is no joke. Into gale force winds. I'm calling it a day for today. Fair enough.
Bring it to the soldier, no excuses. No turning back.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
It's Rashida here from the SABC there.
Hi, Refilwe.
We just want to do a quick interview for our radio bullies.
Okay.
Was it fine?
No problem then.
Okay.
I'm early with interviews before the road.
Yeah, Ian, ulen yakes.
He's eating.
Oh. Udla ngoba phela sina lutho.
Rusks ne
So then it did. Most isn't there still breakfast in the car with pigs? Oh, for you guys? No. In bowls? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have a kitchen, bro? They don't have this. And it's self-catering, huh?
Okay, day 7 was Colesberg to Richmond. Again, we woke up late. We left like almost 3 hours after we were supposed to, and we paid the price for it on the road.
What's wrong?
Bike is not changing up.
Change gear over 10.
It's full now.
You change it.
Change it?
Yeah.
Change it.
Can you change your pedal? Not you when maybe you have to.
Okay. But it's feeling very light.
Sasa's gonna be 180 kg.
Less than today.
So we'll have to start early. Tanda singathandi, because we realize now.
Lapha bengekho ikhampani yengubo zobe ziphuma early because ikhampani.
Yeah, already. Ufuna ukuphuma nje because how usafunana ingubo no uncomfortable.
La manje la si pampered too much.
We've been sponsored drinks. Each person 2 Powerades or whatever it's on the house. Thanks to BKB. Situated here at the Quest Garage. So we are getting more liquids.
They heard about us from the radio station, I think, and then we're the owner of that filling station decided to support the ride by giving us some energy drinks. So he said we must just take energy drinks that we need, and then to support the campaign. So we were like excited, for that support, and we like to thank them, and we will pass there next year again.
The wind was just getting stronger and stronger, and we ended up reaching our destination at night, -8 degrees in Richmond. Like, we literally couldn't change gears because the hands were frozen. Yeah, then we met Tato.
We need to get our morals right. If we can get our morals right, if your younger brother is not your blood brother only. One of the greatest speakers, I think it's Joshua Maponga. He says, if you have a boy child, he has a girl child, you need to teach your boy child good morals. And you must teach your girl child good morals. They marry tomorrow, so they will live together in peace. But if you were not there as a father, you were more focusing in making money, not mentoring your son. Your son will learn a lot of wrong things from TV, from social media. Your child will be influenced. And then he mentored his child, the daughter. The daughter will be abused by your son.
So Tato is a guy that started walking from Cape Town on Mandela Day. He's walking throughout the African continent, 49 countries, except the islands. So he's walking and raising awareness about women and child abuse. So I think that was amazing.
Spokes?
Yeah.
How's that even possible?
2 of them are broken. but like 4 were out.
What? Is the weather that crazy, bruh?
Dude.
Yeah. These guys are going through the most. So did the spoke like punch a tire, or the tire was a whole different thing?
Tire, different thing. Spoke, different thing.
Yeah.
In the morning it was cold. It started well, but yeah, when we were just after 32, 35, then the weather was just too much for us. Yeah, that's where we had a puncture, and then 4 spokes on Lence's bikes broke, but we managed to go around it and bypass that, and then he carried on, and then we went to Three Sisters in that cold, freezing weather. It was not nice, but we pushed. We were determined that we are going to do this. So the weather was not going to stop us. Nothing was going to stop us. So we managed to go through that cold, freezing weather. Our hands were frozen, feet were frozen. It was a test, but we survived.
Papa Pen, yeah. Yeah, let's go, Papa Pen. What's going on now?
Morning, guys. We are now in Beaufort West. Had a tough day yesterday. Wind again, full of drama. Spokes broken, punches. Just a hectic day. Like Sbu says, we were battered, bruised, beaten, destroyed. But here we are. We're still standing. Getting ready for another day of super long riding. We expect to be riding for 9 to 10 hours. Our next stop is going to be Lanesburg.
This is the first time anybody hugs us goodbye. Thank you very much.
Our first break is going to be in Leeugamka, and then after that we're going to break again in Prince Albert. Yeah, in Prince Albert, we will be meeting. We'll be meeting someone from St. John's College.
Dr. Pretorius.
Yesterday morning I went for sort of a little 40k cycle out of Prince Albert, and that wind also sort of going up the hill, it's terrible. So how you do a day after day for 200 k's at a time, I just don't know, it's amazing.
And the support that he showed, really motivated us to even push, and it revived the determination that we had, that we really need to keep this going. The initiative, to encourage people to read.
I think there's a third hand.
Third
force? Yeah, there's a third force. It's coming in now. From where?
It is pure sabotage.
Yes.
It cannot be. No. Comrade, this thing is sabotage.
Buloi of ni Buloi.
Yeah.
I get to Cape Town.
And that Buloi knows I love the downhill. Now my bike wheel is doing this. It's doing this. I can't go down. I can't enjoy myself anymore.
Day 9 cycling, day 10 on the road. We are about to depart Lanesburg towards Worcester, but we had extremely tough conditions yesterday. Sbu, my riding partner, as you know, is slightly injured. We just basically went for a checkup, and the doctors at the hospital ordered Sbu not to continue cycling. was so beautiful because when we got to the bottom of Hex River, we had like a group of youngsters, like about 8 youngsters, all in uniform on their bikes, waiting for us to escort us through the Dorans. So we rode through the grape valleys and the grape orchards. And we got out to a school called Orchard Primary School, where they used their multi-purpose sports center. They had music out there for us. The whole community came.
On behalf of our school, I'd like to welcome you. I hope you had a wonderful ride. I know there's sometimes, like the wind is a restriction that is hampering your ride. But I hope you have a pleasant stay here in the Dorings, and I hope you have a pleasant journey also to Cape Town. We'd also like to support the initiative in terms of what you stand for, literacy. In our schools, we are currently struggling with normally we are 800 learners here serving the community of the Hex River Valley, and our learners are really struggling in terms of the social conditions and stuff to achieve their aims. And some of the restrictions is a lack of learning in terms of they can't read properly.
When I was going through challenges, there were no friends. So whatever you like, whatever you want to achieve, do that.
Dan gaan nie werkers vir julle almal nie. Nie almal van julle gaan werk kry nie. So hoe gaan julle eet? Hoe gaan julle geld maak? En later van tyd maak julle mekaar dood. So kom ons bou mekaar. Kom ons lees. Kom ons spel. As jy nie iets verstaan nie, vra vir die juffrou om weer te verduidelik. Sê juffrou, ek verstaan nie die ding nie. Al lag die klas is alright. Ek kon nie Engels gepraat het op skool nie. Toe lag hulle vir my. Vandag praat ek op die TV.
You just learn one word today. Tomorrow you have 2 words, and then you grow up until you have a sentence to your paragraph, and then you build your mind.
En wat ek op die pad is om te doen het. Die klok lui gouer as wat ek verwar het. Ek sluit die hokkie oop en loop vir myself aan die spieël voor ek uitstap. Ek lyk nog man of meer dieselfde as voor ek mal geword het.
I say dankie.
On behalf of Orchard Primary, just a little token of appreciation for what you did at our school.
They saw us on social media, and then they contacted us because they like the initiative. They also want to build a library there. So they thought if they can, work with us, we will be able to help them to build a library first, if they can have books, because the principal said the challenge there is that people can't read. It's that bad that kids can't read because they don't have resources. So now we are the hope, to that community to distribute and supply them with the books that we collect on our journey. So that community can have kids that are able to read. When those kids can read, then we know that there is future in that community.
Okay, so on this day from Worcester to Cape Town, which was our final day, It started off drizzling, but I was so determined to get over with the riding part of the initiative because now my knees were also starting to give in slowly.
We are now officially in Paarl. 55 k's to go before the end of the journey. It's been a lovely one, full of drama. Few lowlights, but many highlights. Yeah, just bear with us as we go through the final stages of what is or will become the biggest reading awareness campaign in this country, and we're hoping that everyone will start reading books of their own choices, books aligned with their own passions, and then just empowering themselves.
So my naam is Lindsay van der Byl. Ek is gebore in Oos-London in die Oos-Kaap. Was 'n child alcoholic. Ek was 'n dronkie toe ek 10 jaar oud was.
So it is officially good evening, guys. Thank you to each and every one of you that have supported us, liked our posts, shared, and also just encouraged someone else to read. As you can see, we've officially arrived at Parliament, which is our final destination. From now on, Donate a Book campaign kicks off. So if you do have spare books that you are not using, please do donate it. You can get in touch with us on Facebook, Cycle, the number 4, Change ZA, or on Twitter and Instagram at C4C_ZA. And another thank you to all the truck drivers, the motorists that were hooting and cheering us on. It was an extremely tough journey, but we managed to overcome all the challenges, and we hope that you're going to take that into your life and also overcome all the challenges that you are faced with. Thanks to Born Creatives for documenting everything. Thanks to Connect the Dots for giving us Maui, Malwandle Hlekane, our driver, who has made sure that as a support vehicle